Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have sound. We have sound. For my production students, let me see how I can adjust this little by little so you guys can see my nice, beautiful camisa over here. There is like a science to this. Looking nice. You guys can see a little bit of it. So, very quickly, let's get started. We're gonna go fair use, reaction, live reaction to the manager's playbook, courtesy of Mauricio Ruiz. On the fair use 1768, no copyright infringement intended. This is for the purpose of education, dialogue, critique, and plagiarism. Um, let's very quickly go to our search bar. In our search bar, we are going to type in, oh, it's already there. Look at that. It's preceded. Excellent. So this is from a day ago. Let's rock and roll. We'll give this a quick second. First and foremost, thank you, Heavenly Father, for the blessings in our lives. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for all the blessings in our lives. We worry not about what we don't have because we're in the process of getting it. And in that journey, everything we do is in your name. So,
the 5 good people in this industry, okay, there's like 15 of them. They're all my friends.
I agree.
I hate this industry. I absolutely hate it. There's like 5 good people. They're all my friends. The 5 good people in this industry, okay, there's like 15 of them. They're all my friends. Everyone else.
It's a
really tough industry,
tough business.
Full of sharks and full of shallow people, and full of people who only want to be close to you when you're succeeding.
100%.
Yep. Mauricio, this is your chance, man. I walked away. I don't know what you're going to do, man. But shout out to you, Mauricio. Lauren Medina. Okay. Let's see if she's hired.
All right. What's good,
homie? How are you? You good?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you, Lauren. Thanks for coming over here.
You're
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
My 8 till fade fam.
Oh, we're starting like that?
We're starting like this.
All right.
My
all
8
right.
till fade fam.
8 to fade, man.
8 till fade. You gotta tie it up. For the record, my company, also she thought it was my company. She got the tattoo.
No. She said it. Okay. All right. Let's clear this up. Jesse.
Yes.
In the song Say Nobody says 8 till fame, right? Because it's about working hard.
Yeah.
It's about being a kid of immigrants.
Fucking 9 to 5, I go 8.
Fucking 9 to 5, I go 8 till faint.
Yes.
When I heard that song, okay, before I started working with her, with y'all, I had a visceral reaction to it. I was sobbing. It gutted me. I thought she said 8 to fade, because we use fade a lot in Miami.
Yeah.
I didn't check the lyrics. I was on the 101.
Oh,
just
God.
Driving 80 miles an hour, sobbing. I texted my tattoo artist and I was like, get me an appointment as soon as possible. 3 days later, I tattooed 8 to fade on my arm.
Yes.
And then, like 6 months later, we started working together?
Yeah, you came to the show at the Novo.
At the Novo.
In LA. We met for the first time. And I think that's when we first started.
I have to pause for a quick second. We'll come back to this because I have a phone call I need to attend to. So we're going to cut the sound until I get off this phone call. Be right back. Hello, chulas. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué pasa? Si quieres que te mande, ah, no, porque no vas a ver cómo se sí, yo voy a comer ahora. Estoy comiendo, estoy cenando lo mismo. No, compré macaroni con queso, compré papa majá con salsa, una funda de papita, esa es mi cena. tú deseas tener un momento de terapia, porque yo te puedo comunicar con permiso, que estoy hablando, porque me deja hablar. Porque mira, vamos a establecer, perfecto. Ok, pues es mejor que tú me cierres. No, yo no voy a aceptar por eso. Le voy a dar un consejo. Si lo quieres, lo coges. Si no, hablamos cuando tú te mejor. Mami, no, vamos a establecer respeto. Vamos a hablar con respeto, sí o no. Sí o no, pues voy a cerrar. Con permiso. ¿Tú quieres hablar con respeto? ¿Quieres hablar con respeto? Podemos hablar con respeto. Con permiso. Si tú quieres hablar, ok, te voy a cerrar. Ok, mami, ok, yo lo mismo. Ok, pero tú tienes que controlarte, somos adultos. Si vamos, ok, si vamos a hablar con respeto, podemos hablar. Si tú nada más quieres hablar y hacer acusaciones y saltar con cosas, eso no funciona. Con permiso, te estoy hablando y me estás interrumpiendo. Tienes que enseñar disciplina, tienes que demostrar educación. Tú no eres una niña, somos adultos. Yo soy un hombre de 42 para 43 años. Ok, déjame decirte una cosa, con permiso. Yo entiendo tu frustración, ¿ok? Yo entiendo tu frustración. Con permiso, estoy hablando. Si tú no tienes la capacidad de aguantar una conversación, yo no puedo hablar contigo. Te estoy pidiendo que ponga de tu parte y actúe como un adulto disciplinado, con educación. Mami, con permiso, mira, yo pasé un día y yo administré 400 personas, ser humano, y no hubo ni una discusión en mi negocio. No hubo ni una discusión con nadie. Todo el mundo se llevó bien. Tú no puedes ser la primera persona a esta hora de la noche que me venga a mí a llamar con cosas negativas. Con permiso, espera, estoy hablando. ¿Ok? No, yo te estoy escuchando, yo te estoy hablando. Entonces, vamos a hablar claramente. Si tú quieres comunicarte conmigo en una forma positiva, yo te puedo ayudar. Si tú no quieres poner de tu parte, yo no te puedo ayudar, mami. Yo no voy a limitar tu enfermedad. ¿Ok? Tu enfermedad cambia y altera tu comportamiento. Yo soy una persona estable, con permiso. Yo tengo la misma personalidad los 7 días de la semana. ¿Ok? Si tú eres una persona diferente, cada vez que tú me llamas, no me llamas. O me hablas con respeto y amor, o no me hablas. Si tú quieres hablar de una cosa y tú quieres buscar una solución, vamos a explorar todo eso juntos, tú y yo. Si no vamos a explorar esas cosas, si tú no respetas que yo soy un doctor, que tengo mi educación, no hable conmigo. No pierdas mi tiempo porque yo no voy a perder tuyo. Dame el mismo amor y respeto que yo te doy a ti. Todos los días te lo digo y tú tratas de hacer lo mismo. Tú tienes que buscar ayuda profesional. Yo no te puedo ayudar. Con permiso. Usted tiene que buscar ayuda profesional. Yo, yo te voy a dar la última oportunidad. Si tú vuelves a actuar de esa forma, hasta que tú no busques ayuda en un centro, no hables conmigo. Yo tuve un día fenomenal. Tú no puedes ser la mala noticia de mi vida. Te lo dije una vez, no te lo voy a volver a decir. Si tú vuelves a comportarte de esa forma, busca ayuda antes de hablar conmigo. Yo tengo mi vida muy bien. ¿Ok? ¿Entendiste sí o no? Ya tenemos un acuerdo. Si tú quieres, yo te puedo escuchar y yo te puedo dar mi opinión. Tú no puedes hablar sola. Si tú quieres hablar sola, habla en una esquina o con una pared. ¿Ok? Yo te puedo ayudar a mi mejor capacidad, respetando lo que yo sé y conozco, y respetando lo que tú me estás diciendo. Si tú no quieres reconocer que yo tengo mi educación, problema tuyo. ¿Ok? Tú tienes que parar de proyectar tus frustraciones con el público. Nadie tiene la culpa de lo que tú piensas y de lo que tú sientes y lo que tú procesas. Lo único que tú puedes hacer es comunicarle a una persona para que las dos personas puedan procesar y dejar que la otra persona hable igualmente. Porque si tú estás hablando sola, en mi presencia, usted tiene que seguir hablando sola. Ahora, vuelvo y te pregunto, ya te di la última advertencia. Si tú quieres hablar respetuosamente, yo estoy dispuesto a hablar contigo. ¿Ok? Si tú solamente vas a hablar y cuando sea mi turno tú me vas a interrumpir, no voy a perder mi tiempo porque tengo cosas que hacer. Así que déjame saber si tú me das tu compromiso como una persona adulta. Si no, hazme un favor, no pierdas mi tiempo, no me llames hasta que tú me busques ayuda. Ya está bueno. Ok, sí, busca ayuda profesional y después hablamos. Cuando tú termines tu programa, tú me llamas. Ya está bueno, no mami, no. Ya las cosas están claras. Si tú necesitas ayuda profesional, ve a buscarla. ¿Ok? No te inviernas a las otras personas, porque tú tienes que sanarte. Sánate tú primero. Hazlo por tu propio bien. Mami, con permiso, hazlo por tu propio bien. Si te interesa escuchar lo que te tengo que decir, yo te lo comunico. Si no te interesa, no voy a perder mi tiempo contigo. Y no quiero que tú pierdas tu tiempo conmigo. Yo te quiero ayudar. Si tú me dejas, yo te ayudo. Pero mi ayuda no puede venir como tú la quieres. Tiene que ser la capacidad que yo te pueda ayudar. Si tú quieres hablar, yo te escucho, pero también tienes que tener la responsabilidad de escuchar lo que yo te tengo que decir. Yo no soy inocente. Ahora, yo te voy a decir algo muy claro. Yo sé que tú tuviste una discusión con ti amiga, yo lo entiendo. Que tú tengas la razón o no es una cosa, que ella tenga la razón o no es otra cosa. Yo no estoy aquí para determinar quién tiene la razón. ¿Ok? Yo te estoy escuchando, yo te puedo dar un consejo basado en mi educación, mi experiencia, mi entrenamiento. ¿Ok? Tú eres mi mamá, yo soy tu hijo, yo quiero lo mejor para ti. Más importante que nada, yo quiero tu felicidad. Yo quiero tu estabilidad. Yo te puedo ayudar. Ahora mismo yo estoy reconstruyendo, pero en este proceso yo te puedo ayudar. Ya después que yo tenga todo construido, te puedo ayudar más. Yo necesito, mami, que tú y yo comencemos a sanar lo que está herido en tu alma, tu espíritu y tu corazón. Todo fluye de ti, como un ser humano, como una persona. Si tú sanas lo que estás sufriendo en tu alma, toda tu vida va a cambiar. Pero tú tienes que comenzar primero a sanar esas heridas. Mami, ningún ser humano tiene todas las respuestas. Ningún ser humano lo sabe todo. Tú no debes de caminar en la vida pensando que el mundo está en contra tuya, porque esa no es la verdad. Aunque se sienta de esa forma, aunque tú lo pienses de esa forma, no es la realidad. La vida no es un drama o una película de terror. Todo el mundo no es tu enemigo o enemigo. Por eso yo te digo, mami, trabaja en ti. Yo necesito que tú cambies de ambiente. Tú estás en un círculo que no lo estás viendo. Tú tienes que dejar ese círculo donde tú estás, tienes que salir de ese círculo. Tienes que salir de esa casa, salir de esa vecindad. Tienes que separarte de Cristo. Tienes que dejar de hacer coro con niños. Tienes que dejar de hacer coro con Sam. Si tú haces esas 5 cosas, tu vida va a cambiar. Te lo prometo. Tú necesitas tu propio ambiente, tu propia independencia, tu propia paz, tu propia estabilidad. Un lugar donde tú puedas ser tú, que tú puedas vivir, que tú puedas crecer. La vida que requiere crecimiento basado en un proceso de tiempo. ¿Ok? Tú tienes que entender que si tú no haces el esfuerzo de buscar ayuda médica, psicológica y mental, nadie lo va a hacer por ti. Y el tiempo va a pasar y tú vas a caer en un manicomio donde nadie te va a ir a ver, porque nadie va a discutir contigo. Te meten en un asilo donde hay una persona que cuida y te da de comer, te baña todos los días, porque la gente se cansa. Gregory se cansa, no jode contigo. Yo estoy construyendo. Christopher ahorita se devuelve y busca su camino. Desde que Christopher se despierte y haga una vida, tú te vas a quedar en el aire. Nadie va a cargar contigo. Ok, mami, mira, yo vuelvo y te lo digo. Si tú no quieres buscar ayuda profesional, yo no te puedo ayudar. ¿Ok? Está fuera de mi capacidad. Vuelvo y te lo digo. Si tú no quieres ayuda, yo no te puedo ayudar. Tú primero tienes que reconocer que hay un problema. Cualquier sea tu problema, sea mental, emocional, sea espiritual, Tienes que buscar ayuda. Tienes que buscar ayuda porque si no tu vida siempre va a ser igual. ¿Ok? Vaya a ver su película y a mí no me llame hasta que usted no busque ayuda profesional. ¿Ok? No me vuelva a llamar. No pierda mi tiempo porque me está enfermando tu enfermedad. Yo no voy a alimentar tu enfermedad. No voy a aceptar tu abuso tampoco. Y no voy a aceptar que tú seas bipolar y cambies tu personalidad con tu esquizofrenia y me la quiera pegar a mí. ¿Ok? Yo estoy pasando un momento muy difícil de mi vida. Yo he sufrido suficiente. Se acabó. ¿Ok? Si tú quieres ser parte de mi vida, tiene que ser con respeto y amor. Si no, que Dios te bendiga. Bien. Ok, cuando tú busques ayuda médica y ayuda profesional, tú te puedes comunicar conmigo. Hasta que tú no busques ayuda profesional y médica, no pierdas mi tiempo. Yo tengo una nieta de Pamper que necesita de mí todos los días. Yo tengo una nieta de Pamper que necesita de mí todos los días. Tú no puedes hacer un daño al futuro de esa niña. ¿Ok? Si tú no vas a contribuir a la vida de esa niña, conmigo no hables. ¿Ok? Gracias y pase buenas noches. ¿Ok? Ya te hablé claro. Cuando tú busques ayuda profesional, tú te puedes comunicar conmigo. Hasta que tú no busques ayuda, yo no te puedo ayudar. Que Dios te bendiga. Welcome back, everyone. I apologize for the brief break. Um, as a human being, not just as an artist, I have the challenge of dealing with many of my loved ones. I am a doctor. I am a multiple PhD, and it's very hard to advise people when you are one, emotionally invested, two, when the people that are in need refuse to acknowledge their shortcomings. You can only help a person that truly desires to change and truly desires to do something better than whatever their current situation or circumstances are. I am going through an extremely painful moment in my life. I'm negotiating the biggest fucking catalog in the history of music, and I have zero support from the people closest to me. And it's just the fucking reality of my life. I've been a child star my whole life. I've taken care of all my loved ones my entire life. I'm about to be 43 years old. And yes, I'm negotiating a multi billion dollar contract, but that does not mean free range for all the people that I love to all of a sudden remember who I am and what I stand for and the values that I bring to the table to once again bring their toxic nature to my universe. Whoever is a part of my life and is not of positivity, love, and building, and you know, people of the church, God's people, they're not welcomed in my life. They don't belong in my life. They don't belong in my career. They don't belong in anything that I'm building. Everything that I have to this day, I've built by myself. Against all odds, going through tremendous challenges. And now that I am days, weeks, months away from achieving all of my dreams to a quantum level, it's not the time for me to entertain this type of toxic behavior. It is impossible for me to have an amazing, beautiful, self fulfilling day and for the only negativity for me to hear is from people that are supposed to be uplifting me and loving me and supporting me and understanding me. I'm not a child star anymore. I'm not a little kid. I have grandchildren of my own. I have multiple wives. I have children of my own. I have responsibilities of my own. And I can no longer pour into people who are unwilling to pour into themselves. There's a reason why I work every single day, 21 and a half hours out of a day, so I can sleep 3.5 hours, so that I can keep my investments, my portfolio, everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm building going every single day, no matter the challenges, the circumstances. There are no excuses, there's no shortcuts to success. You would think after publishing 45 motherfucking books that the people that I love the most would understand. I have family members that would not read one of my books, and they expect me to squeeze everything in my books and just give it to them. There's no consideration, there's no appreciation. None of those things are prevalent. These people cannot even hold the conversation without being hurtful, spiteful, negative, and toxic. It's as if it's an incapacity of their hearts to feel genuine love and to understand that life is not what the system or the world has programmed you to believe. This is why I took my wealth and I invested it. This is why I chose to give most of my wealth to God's people. This is why I traveled the world, so that I can absorb this knowledge, studied every religion, traveled the whole fucking world to figure out what the fuck is going on, only for me to learn and become a better person. To deal with a situation like this, which is an ongoing fucking cancer of people that just refuse to appreciate everything that God has given them and choose to not understand things and complicate things when God fucking punishes you for doing that shit. I'm living proof. Everything I have, God has given me. I made a promise to God, I've kept my word. I get to the top of the mountain, to the highest of the Most High, I'm going to let everybody know it was God. I cannot have people in my life that don't understand that. Every single day that I'm alive and breathing is a gift. And every single day that I'm alive and breathing, I need to do the very best for the future of my descendants, including now my grandchildren. Eventually, my grandchildren will have grandchildren. The business decisions that I make today are going to secure their future. As a convicted felon, a minority, I'm dark skinned, I'm Spanish, I put hot sauce on everything. I have all the fucking stereotypes that you could think about. But ask me not how many cars I have in my collection. Ask me how many fucking books I have in my vault and in my offices and in all of my homes all over the world. People do not understand. It is not my position for me to make people understand in a format that is inorganic or unnatural. Most people have something inside that they need to heal. And this collective of people that I love refuses to fucking heal. It is not my position to play God. I had to go through enough challenges to say, you know what, God, I need you. And I can't do this by myself. I don't want to make a mistake and then ask God to help me fix it. Before I make a decision, I go to God first. God, what do you want me to do? What path must I walk? What do you want me to go through? All my loved ones wanted me to go through this humiliation, this fucking pain, this embarrassment, this belittlement, all this negative shit. For years, I told them, listen, this is what I'm building. I own a technology company. This is what I own. I design, engineer the whole shit. I own everything. This is what I'm negotiating. Support me until we close the fucking deal. After we close the deal, then I'll go pay for you to get the best fucking medicine, therapy, fucking counseling, all that shit. That was the worst thing that I could have asked all the people that I love. including family and friends and colleagues and even business partners from hell, because I've had them all. Now that God is telling me, my son, my child, my humble servant, continue. The process is going to be slow. You're going to face challenges. I found Mauricio Ruiz. Everything seemed like the yellow brick road. This is it. We got everything. Then, little by little, every time you plant the garden, the motherfucking weeds grow. What do I need to do? Continue to push forward. I'm at 1,019 songs for 2025. I guarantee you tomorrow I'll be releasing another album. And the day after that, I'll be releasing another album. And the day after that, I'm going to release another album. And the day after that, I'm going to release another album. Guess what I'm going to do the day after that? And the week after that? And the month after that? How do you think I broke all these Guinness World Records? There's no excuses. I don't care if there's crickets, if there's a thunderstorm. I don't care if I'm on the floor, if I'm walking down the street. If God gives me an idea, it is recorded as a song, it is released, it is digitally marketed. There's no excuse. I'm a 9/11 survivor and a Hurricane Katrina survivor. I don't have to be here. Most of my friends are dead or in jail. I'm still alive and I'm still free. I have a talent worth billions of dollars. I'm suing companies that fucking stole hundreds of millions of dollars from me. And for the first time in my life, I own everything. I have the best motherfucking lawyers that money could buy. I have nothing but God's people around me. No negativity. I gave my life to God, never looked back. Kept my word and everything. And now that we are fucking months from sign and drive, right? All the attacks, all the challenges, all the emotional triangulation and manipulation. While I cry myself to sleep, praying to God, giving God praise for everything He gives to me, even a cup of water, because I know God doesn't have to give it to me. When it comes to my career, this is not about storytelling and including, you know, my personal things. This is my real fucking life. I really live this shit. I've been in this music stuff for 30 plus years. There's nothing in the industry that can impress me. I've been all over the world. I've been a multi fucking millionaire most of my life. It's very hard to impress me. But behind all of that, fame, fortune, and whatever, is the human being. I'm still a regular person. I'm living a regular life for the first time in my life during these fucking negotiations. What more can I do? What more can I sacrifice? How much more can I suffer? I'm still due for surgery. I fucking survived 2 motherfucking heart attacks. I'm fucking half a cyborg. I am the real life Iron Man. I run on fucking machines. You know what I'm saying? What more can I go through? How much more clearer can I make it to people? There's 9,000 motherfucking songs telling you my whole life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the valleys, the peaks, the moments where everything was perfect, the moment where everything fucking went to shambles. If I stop making music tomorrow, I'm a legend forever. I'm on the fucking blockchain for all eternity. I broke the world's Guinness record for talking about God. Nobody, no human being that has ever walked this earth has spoken about God more in their music than I have. And I'm still a regular fucking person. What more can I tell you? I didn't just fucking break 24 Guinness World Records. I established a few thousand. And I'm still going. Every day I break another record. So tomorrow when I release another album, I'll break the fucking World Guinness record again. Who am I competing against? Myself. In the time that it takes for me to get some rest, eat, get some prayers in, tomorrow happens, gotta release another album. I don't know how many days I have left on this earth. Most people don't understand that. What else can I tell you? The whole industry knows who I am. The whole industry knows about me. The whole industry knows about my catalog. What can I say with words? How can I connect with you more than my motherfucking catalog? That if I just want to go do real estate tomorrow, I don't never have to do music again because in my fucking career, I did everything that I wanted to do. There's not a beat in the industry that I haven't done. My own versions. There's not an artist that I take a whole artist catalog and do my own version of it. There's not a production house that I haven't done their whole catalog. That's why they don't want to give me the releases because they're afraid I'm going to take their company, which I would never do that. What more can I do? I fucking show the world every day that I could do all the shit that these artists claim, market, and promote that they could do. I could really do that shit. Jay-Z can't fucking give you an album off the top of his head like he promotes that he can. Lil Wayne can't do that shit. Who else? Biggie couldn't do that shit. None of them niggas. It was all a lie. I'm the nigga that could really do it. And here I am. Where are my biggest challenges from? The people that I love. I'm one of God's chosen. So the devil can't fuck with me. Satan can't fuck with me. Lucifer can't fuck with me. But he can attack the weak-minded people closest to my heart. It's the only way he can hurt me. It's my kryptonite. I'm Superman. That's my kryptonite. Where does the pain come from? Father and mother, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, nieces and nephews, cousins, and fucking people that are closest to me. What does it take to love a person, accept a person, support a person? It is fucking free. Doesn't cost anything. Why do I need to put up with the abuse? I've taken care of my family since I was fucking less than 15 years old. I never got a thank you. I took care of all of them. Everything that they have, everything they've done in their life, it was all because of me. Can I call them right now and say, yo, this is how I feel? This is what I'm thinking? There's no acknowledgement. But they're the first to judge when they read my book or watch my podcast or my radio show or my online magazine or my fucking vlog or my podcast. When they listen to a song, yo, I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you put that. Well, it's the fucking reality of my life. How do you want me to put it? How do you want me to say it? I've been in the streets since I was 5, 6, 7 years old. I've done a phenomenal job. I come from nothing. God gave me everything, God took it away. God built me up, God destroyed me many, many times. Over and over again, I always came back, made myself a millionaire again. This time, shit is different. This time it's not going to be the same. I separated myself from my wealth. I gave all my money to the church. Everybody in my family, they're on a trust fund. They each get $14,000 a month. Doesn't matter how young they are, doesn't matter how old they are. That's all they get every month. Figure it out. I got to figure it out, 14,000 a month. So everybody in the family, figure it out. What are you doing with your 14,000 a month? I know how I'm investing my 14,000 a month. Now there's no excuse. Now I have a foundation. Now I have churches and charities that depend on me every single day. And I walk and roam the streets like a regular person. This is not a conversation I can have with just anybody. But now it's public ledger. It's all out there. You guys process it, think about it however the fuck you want to think about it. Because I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care anymore. God bless everybody. Listen, I only want God's people in my life. If you're not from the church, I'm not fucking with you. But God bless you. I wish you the best. I deserve happiness. I deserve stability. I deserve a future. I deserve a good life. What's my concern? My grandchildren. That's it. Who's the owner of the company? She'll be 1 year old in November. That's the owner of the company. My number one priority is that baby and all the other babies too in the family. But, Nolani is the owner of the company. That's it. When it's all said and done, go watch the movie. Go read the books, listen to the albums, go through all my fucking content. Everything is clear. There's nothing for me to say. I'm getting ready for the tour. Let my lawyers negotiate. We're going to move forward. Whether Mauricio Ruiz becomes part of the project or not, I got to keep going. I don't have time to wait for Mauricio to make up his mind, or Lex Burrows or Ray Daniels or fucking Dan Gonzalez or Miss Laurie. I don't have time. I can't wait for nobody. That's it. I don't have all the time in the world. I may only have a few years. I may only have a few months. I may only have a few weeks. I may only have a few days. Tomorrow is not promised to me and it's not guaranteed. It's all in my music. I fought my 12 rounds. I'm like Kobe Bryant. He left everything on the court. You could debate, you could think, you could contemplate, you could compare him, but yo, just look at his stats. He did everything he had to do. He retired, walked away from the game. That's me. That's where I am in my life. That's where I am in my career. That's why I don't stop. What's the name of today's album? Superman, the fucking quest for peace. That's it. And the phone is ringing, so let's pick that up. Ah, ay, coño. Ay, coño. Ah. Now, I'm a God-fearing man, right? Everything led to this culmination of this moment, right? To just express these things because there is no other way for me to say it. This is why my catalog is so big. This is why my music hits different because it's so much more greater. This is the ability that God gave to me, and it is my responsibility to do the right thing with this gift and this talent for the rest of my days. What is my dream? I'm going to tell you what my dream is. To be with my grandchildren. Looking back, enjoying my life. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me pause this. Ay, coño. Sorry about it. No. Do you. I'm teaching the class, so you're fine. Oh. So this is the best example and the best way that I can explain it. So without further ado, let's rock and roll.
Music up.
Of course, it's going to give me a commercial because the algorithm knows that this is not going to be
I hate
monetized.
this industry. I absolutely hate it. There's like 5 good people. They're all my friends. The 5 good people in this industry. Okay, there's like 15 of them. They're all my friends. Everyone else.
It's a fucking.
It's a really tough
It's a tough
industry,
business.
full of sharks and full of shallow people, and full of people who only want to be close to you when you're succeeding.
100%.
This is courtesy of Mauricio Ruiz, Lauren Medina.
All right,
How
what's
are
good,
you?
homie?
How are you? You good?
I'm good,
Good to
man.
see you. Thanks for coming over here.
You're
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
My 8 till fade fam.
Oh, we're starting like that?
We're starting like this.
All right,
My
all right.
8 till fade fam.
8 to fade, man.
8 till fade. You gotta tie it up. For the record, my company, so she thought it was my company. She got the tattoo.
No. She said it. Okay. All right, let's clear this up. Jesse,
Yes.
in the song Say Nobody, says 8 till fame, right? Because it's about working hard.
Yeah.
It's about being a kid of immigrants.
Fuck a 9 to 5, I go 8
Fuck a
to
9 to 5, I go 8 till faint.
Yes.
When I heard that song, okay, before I started working with her, with y'all, I had a visceral reaction to it. I was sobbing. It gutted me. I thought she said 8 to fade, because we use fade
Thank
a
you,
lot in
Father.
Miami.
Yeah.
For
I
giving
didn't
me
check the
this.
lyrics.
Thank you, Father.
I was on the 101, just driving 80 miles an hour, sobbing. I texted my tattoo artist and I was like, get me an appointment as soon as possible. 3 days later, I tattooed 8 to fade on my arm.
Yes.
And then, what, like 6 months later, we started working together
Yeah. You came to the show at the Novo
at the Novo.
in LA. We met for the first time. And I
Yeah.
think that's when we first started working. We were about to start working together.
We had already started working together.
That was
the
all
first
met
time
in
we
person.
met.
In person. Yeah. And then hit it off right away. And then you showed me the tattoo, I think, that same day.
I had already FaceTime with Jess.
Yeah.
And my friend Rudy introduced us and I was like, oh, I tattooed a lyric of Say Nobody on my arm and da 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 da. And then I showed you guys, so proud. I was
Yes.
like, yo, look, this is the tattoo I got.
For context.
And you guys
this
were
is-
so weird about it.
I know it is the first time meeting. For context, the name of my company is called Ato Faint. And so you heard Ato Faint, and I do remember you showing the tattoo, like, look, I got Ato Faint. Like the lyrics in the song, and I remember looking at me like, yeah. I was like, I don't remember when I had the boss to tell you like, hey man, it's the wrong lyrics. But
When was that?
it couldn't have been too much later because we hit it off right away.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember when it was, but I started noticing on your signature that it was Ato Faint, and
Is
then
that how it happened?
yeah, I started noticing that it was yes. Now I remember. I noticed I was like Ato Faint, and then I was like, wait a minute. So I
So
checked the lyrics
too similar.
on Genius, and it said Ato Faint, and I was like, oh no. But I didn't tell anybody, not even Juan, my partner. I didn't even tell no one. I was so embarrassed. I was like, of course I tattooed the wrong lyric on me. I've never tattooed any artist's lyric on me, anything. And then one day, I think we were drinking somewhere, and I was like,
Oh, for sure.
you guys, I tattooed the wrong lyric. You guys are like, we know.
We know.
We have a heart to tell you.
These are
Oh
the
my
poor fucking
God.
lost souls.
Oh,
that love
you know
music.
what it was?
Fucking give everything
Oh, no.
up for this shit.
Was it in New York when we were doing
These are
promo
the
in New York
moments.
and
We're the
everybody
people that
from the
support
label
each
was
other.
there, and then you guys told everybody from the label, and
Shout out to
Oh,
my
maybe.
fans. I love
everybody
you,
was
man.
crying.
Maybe. You'd have to
Okay,
ask
buddy.
Brian or Jesse because I don't
It's all
remember
about
that.
my
that
Oh
part.
my God, it was so
I'm
embarrassing.
gonna make the shirt
We were
all about my
crying.
fans.
Yeah, that was good times. But yo, that's actually why, I mean, you're an incredible publicist
Thank you.
because you don't have to necessarily have to care about whether the artist is crushing it or whether the artist has got amazing status doing arenas. Like you just said, you had a visceral reaction, and that's enough for you to work with an artist. Where does that come from?
Passion, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really passionate. I have this little reputation
Shout out
in
to
the industry now.
Not Shapiro, but
Yeah. Well, I have. I mean, you know, there's people think very different things about me,
Right.
but even some of my own friends who are colleagues, they're just like, every time I bring you a client, you say no, you know, and I say, because I don't feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm in a position right now, thankfully, that I don't have to take clients just to pay the bills. I take clients because I love what they do. And I chased you guys for a year. I don't know if you remember, but I found you guys' contact through someone who worked with Beyonce's team, and then they knew you. And I came at you through different ways. And I tried to get on Jesse's project for a year until one day my friend.
In my mind, we met and it was like, yeah, she's the shit.
Because
Let's go.
somebody who worked at Island, which was Rudy, right?
Oh.
He brought me in.
Okay.
But I emailed you guys and I was like, I would love to do her Latin press. I tried to work with you guys for a year before that.
Right.
So when they called me and they're like, do you know who Jessie Reyes is? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I know who Jessie. I have a tattoo of that woman.
Yeah, her lyrics.
I have her lyrics tattooed on me. So it was crazy, but yeah, like going back to what I was saying, a lot of people call me and they hit me up, and I just, for me, if I don't love it and if my team doesn't love it, it's very democratic. I get it up. If we're not feeling it, just don't do it. And so I tell people, look, thank me, right? Because it's like, do you want me to take your money and not feel it and not and do a shitty job? I don't do a good job if I don't like the project. You know, just don't.
One thing that I say to artists all the time, to be honest, because they'll ask me, and early on in their career, they'll ask me, not so much anymore. Before, used to be like, I feel like I need a publicist. I'm like, I don't think you do, to be honest with you. And what I say is, unless they're coming to you, I don't think you should hire a publicist, because you're going to be paying whatever amount of money for them, and they're not going to prioritize you. You don't even know where that money's going.
Right.
I feel like it's better if the publicist finds you in some way, shape, or form. Or if I was like, if we're homies and I say, hey, you should listen to this music, you're like, I fuck with it heavy. Then you go to it.
Right.
Is that the right way to think about it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So here's the thing. In the industry, most artists who have a budget and most artists who have some sort of like label deal or distro or marketing deal or whatever, they already have a publicist. So I don't really go and look, because most of the people most of the artists who I like in the industry already have a publicist, and I don't poach. So I let people just come to me. Sometimes if I know that person's looking for a publicist and I like them, I'll put a bid in, I'll send a proposal. But I think having a publicist is about timing, right? I think, for instance, like I have a couple projects right now who I love, and I think they're super talented, but they're stagnant. Like nothing's happening with them, right? And so I only can carry you up until a certain point.
What do you mean?
So like they're not touring,
Okay.
They don't have any major collabs. They don't have like a strategy. They haven't broken in any market. So for me, it's like, okay, I've taken you as far as I can go, So I think a lot of times, it's really hard to develop an artist. For example, every Friday, you have the new Music Friday roundup.
Yeah.
This week, Karol G dropped 5 songs of the album.
Singing in English.
Yeah, so there's all these huge artists you're competing with for the same spots.
Yeah.
And so if you're not having like a moment, or you're not buzzing, or there's like something that's special about you, it's going to be really hard to get those placements. So I think instead of investing in a publicist, I think you should just like wait. For me, it's about timing.
So what's the role then of a publicist in 2025 versus what it was in, say, 2015 or 2010?
I think our role is the same. I think the way that we storytell is different.
Okay.
Right? Because now there's a lot more avenues. So the way you tell an artist's story on TikTok is very different than how you do it in editorials, right? Or, if you go on a podcast, it's very different, what you're pitching for in a podcast. Like there's podcasts that you can talk about something that's deeply personal, or relationships, or something that has to do with the music business. So I think, you have to find different angles for different types of platforms and different types of media. I think before social media, because I worked in PR during the Stone Ages, really, it was like the Stone Age. So it was just way different. And it was like the same thing, right? It was just like, there wasn't a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
Because the formats were so...
Old Spice Deep Sea Body Wash. Vitamin B3 boosted for.
And of course, we're going to get bombarded with commercials. With my publicist, it was more about the way that